Join me on a journey to embrace your Kavela life. Welcome to your Yin practice. My name is Rachel. Thanks so much for joining me. So we will begin with a 15-minute warm-up, standing at the top of our mats, and then get into our Yin practice, settling on the mat and holding the poses for 2 to 3 minutes, just trying to get a deeper stretch in the joints, in the fascia, just loosening up the shoulders and the hips. So if you're ready, let's come to a standing position. Coming to the top of our mats. Standing up nice and tall. Begin to ground the feet. Imagine there's roots growing out the bottom of your feet, really drawing you into the earth. Let's roll the shoulders back, turn the palms out to the sides. Close the eyes, just coming to the present moment, knowing you're right where you're meant to be, right here, right now. Begin to lift the torso out of the hips, elongating through the spine, crown to the sky. Coming into the natural breath. Just noticing the breath. Noticing if it's deep or shallow. Just letting go of anything that no longer serves you, just focusing on that breath. Slowly start to build on that breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. Drawing that breath deep into the lungs, really filling and expanding the lungs on that inhale. And on the exhale, pushing out that stale used air. Let's inhale the arms up to the sky, nice and wide. Exhale, float the arms down. Inhale up. Exhale. Big inhale, floating the arms up. Exhale. Inhale, bring the palms together. Exhale, floating the hands into the heart center. Inhale up, big arms. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, adding on here, coming into a forward fold. Bending the knees as much as you need to. Let the fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Big arms reaching up. Press the palms together. Align the arms with the ears. Gently pressing the hips forward. Coming into our first back bend. Hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Reach to the sky. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, each time try to go a little bit deeper, find more space. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Remember, this is your warm-up. Inhale, lift out of those hips. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Adding on. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Right leg back. Left leg, high plank. Holding here for a moment. Start to draw that belly button to the spine. Make sure the shoulders are over the wrists. Stacking the joints. Breathe, nice deep breath throughout the entire body. Waking up every muscle here. Exhale, lower the knees, the chest, the chin, lifting the hips up to the sky. Coming onto the belly, start to peel the chest. Hug the elbows nice and close. Exhale, press through the palms, tabletop. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Lift the tailbone up to the sky. Settling into your down dog. Take whatever movements you need to feel good here. Paddle the heels. Start to really draw the shoulder blades down the back. Let the chest drop. Drop those heels to the ground. Maybe move the head, taking any tension out of the neck and shoulders. Let's walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll through the spine, reach to the sky. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Repeating that. Inhale up. Exhale. Remember, make it feel good. Take your time. Flow with your breath. Exhale. Left foot. Right foot, high plank. Nice and long in the neck. Just gazing towards the top of your mat. Breathe. Set an intention to have a good practice. Feel strong. One more nice deep breath. Lower the knees, the chest, the chin. Inhale. Baby cobra, peel the chest. Exhale. Push it through, tabletop, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Lift the hips to the sky. Let that sternum drop. Stay with that nice, deep, steady breath. Walking the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine, reach to the sky. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Right leg, left leg, high plank. If you're ready for chaturanga, take it down, our knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog, cobra. Roll those shoulders back, lift the heart to the sky. Exhale, roll through the feet, downward facing dog. Adding on here, take that right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Let The chest drop to the ground, squaring the shoulders, the hips. Really extend through that right leg, drop the left heel. Exhale, float it down, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Left leg, three-legged dog. Square the hips to shoulders, drop that right heel. Lengthen through the left leg. Let that chest drop lower. Exhale, float that left foot to meet the right foot. High plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Heart lifts to the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Walk or float the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll all the way up. Reach to the sky. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Holding here. Inhale, float the arms up. Coming into chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink the hips. Check for 10 toes. Shift those knees back, hips back. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, gaze up. Palms face each other. Sit down nice and low, waking up those quads. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, float it down, chair squats. Opening up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Big inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Nice and strong at your own pace with your own breath. 2 more here. Last one, inhale. Exhale, hold here. Dive it down. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, walk or float the feet. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Adding on here, right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Right foot hangs heavy. Right hip stacking over that left hip, really opening up the hip. Flex that right foot. Drop the left heel. Draw that right heel to that right glute. Feel that quad stretch. Knee to chest. Step through, low lunge. Sweep the arms. Exhale, sink the hips. Exhale, frame that right foot. Tuck the left toes. Right leg up to the sky. 3-legged dog. Float it down, down dog. High plank. Chaturanga. Warming up that body. Exhale, down dog. Left leg to the sky. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Left hip really opening up. Left foot hangs heavy. Flex that left foot. Draw it to that left glute. Knee to chest. Step through, low lunge. Sweep the arms. Exhale, sink the hips. Gaze up. Lift the chest. Lift the heart to the sky. Exhale, frame that foot. Tuck the right toes. Left leg to the sky. Float it down, down dog. Hold here or flow through high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk or float the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold back to chair pose. Utkatasana. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, float the arms. Interlacing the fingers, press the palms together. Let the head gently drop back. Slide the arms down the back of the thighs. Exhale, forward fold, bend those knees. Let the belly lie on the thighs, chest to the knees, forehead down to the shins. Begin to lift the hips up, stretching out those hamstrings. Float the arms up to the sky. Exhale, sweep the arms, chair pose. Hands to heart, stay nice and low. Exhale, take your twist. So first twist here, twisting that spine. We're warming up the spine in all four directions. Forward bends, back bends. Now taking a twist. Relax that right shoulder. Start to center the palms on the chest. Keep the knees in alignment, feet are touching. Butterfly the arms. Going a little deeper into that twist. So you're twisting from the belly button, twisting that rib cage. Exhale, take it back to center. Stay nice and low. Big inhale up. Exhale, float the arms. Interlace the fingers, press the palms together. Let that head drop back. Standing cobra, opening up that whole front body. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Second time. Try to go a little bit deeper, straighten those knees, lift the hips up higher, float the arms higher. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Let the head hang. Exhale, release, sweep the arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to prayer, hands to the heart center. Exhale, take that twist. Other side. Start to center those palms. Relax the left shoulder. Gaze over that left shoulder. Butterfly the arms. Twisting that spine. Exhale, take it back to center. Big inhale up. Exhale. Hands to hips. Take a little hop or step, taking the feet hips width apart. Hinging at the hips, not using that back. Engage the core. Forward fold. Release the hands, fingertips touch the ground. Take hands opposite elbows and just sway from side to side. Letting that upper body fold into the lower body. Just hold here, find stillness. Release the hands, taking the fingertips down. Step that right leg back. Left leg, find your high plank. An option here to move through a chaturanga or go right to your downward facing dog and then finding child's pose. Lower the knees, float down, hips to heels. Coming into our yin practice now, so slowing down. Staying in the present moment. Staying really connected to your practice. with that nice, deep, steady breath. Maybe notice where you're feeling tension or resistance in the body. Push the breath to those areas of the body where you're feeling that tension, resistance. Slowly start to allow the body to relax. And slowly floating up. Preparing for our next yin pose. Melting heart pose. Taking the hips, knees hips width apart. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists. Stacking the hips over the knees. Start to walk the arms, hands out. While maintaining that hip stack over the knees, slowly start to let the chest drop. Maybe forehead comes all the way down to the ground. Maybe chin comes all the way down. So take your time easing into these poses. We're holding them a couple of minutes, allowing the body to really open up and surrender into the pose. So first, search for that edge, that point of resistance. So when you find it, hold there. And just breathe. Just use that breath as a tool, allowing the body to really surrender here and do its magic all on its own. You just have to go to that edge, hold, and breathe. Let the body do the rest. Keep searching for that edge. Keep inching deeper as you feel a little bit more open. Let's slowly release. Floating the belly onto the ground. Just take the arms alongside the body. Turn the head to the right. Just coming into a gentle neck stretch. Let the shoulders fall to the ground. Let the legs just relax. Try to get that left ear grounded. Come to center. Just turn the head to the opposite direction, grounding the right ear. Let the shoulders fall to the ground. Really start to allow the body to relax. Come back to center. Staying with our shoulder opener. Take both arms overhead. Ground the forehead. Taking that left arm out and T, palm facing down. Begin to roll onto the left side body. Bending that right knee. Really opening up that left shoulder. Float that right arm up. Maybe float it to the right knee. Walk that left leg forward onto the mat. Focusing on the chest, the shoulders. Maybe take the right hand to the left hand. Opening up that chest, opening up the shoulder. If your head or neck feels stressed, feel free to take a towel, a blanket, a block, and just a pillow. Just let your head rest on a support. Really allowing you to focus on the shoulder, the chest. Search for that edge. When you find that point of tension, resistance, hold there and just breathe. Try to inch a little deeper. Stay with that nice, deep, steady breath. Inhale, float that right arm back over. Let's roll back onto the belly. Keeping that left arm out in T, floating the right arm out, up overhead. Then the left, palms facing down, forehead grounding. Float that right arm out, just switching to the opposite side, palm facing down, rolling onto the right side body. Bend that left knee, float that right leg forward onto the mat. Keep rolling into that, onto that back, opening up that right front shoulder. Maybe take that left arm over to the left knee. Maybe wrap it around the lower back. Or take the hands, interlacing the fingers. Again, if the neck feels uncomfortable or stressed, or is taking the focus away from that front shoulder opener, use something to support the head. Walk towards that edge, that point, and hold and just breathe. Keep opening up and inching as the body slowly surrenders and allows you to go deeper. Just keep on inching your way a little deeper. Always listening to your body. Knowing when to move forward and knowing when to hold and when to take steps away. Inch a little bit more before we release. Go a little deeper if you can. And slowly release. Rolling back over onto the belly. Keeping that right arm out in T. Take the left arm overhead, then float the right arm. Forehead grounding. Coming into Sphinx pose, start to walk the palms in. Stacking the elbows under the shoulders. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. Widening the legs, maybe mats with focusing on the lower back. Staying light in the palms. Just settling in here, relax through the shoulders. Maybe that's hard to relax the arms because there's a lot of weight in the forearms, the elbows. So just try to relax here. Try to shift the energy more towards the lower back, the pelvis. Once you settle in, maybe close the eyes or keep the gaze straight ahead. Check in, make sure you're not tensing up in the legs, the glutes. Let the legs relax, let the muscles relax. Make sure you're relaxed in the face, the jaw, the brow. And start to puff the chest forward and lift through the crown. And just notice the different sensations in the spine, the lower back, the mid-back. Search for that edge. Hold and just breathe. Relax the glutes. If you'd like to transition into seal, begin to lift the elbows, forearms up off the ground. Check and make sure the shoulders didn't start to creep up towards the ears. Draw them down. Check in with the legs. Make sure you're not holding on. Try to relax in the shoulders. And then again, puff the chest forward, lift through the crown. Notice what happens in the back. A little bit more intense here. Just searching for that edge. Hold and breathe. At any time this gets to be too much, just lower the forearms, transition back into Sphinx pose. Let's slowly make our way back down into Sphinx. Let the chest drop. Take the palms outside the chest, elbows to the sky. Slowly making your way into extended child's pose. So really moving slow here. The knees probably a little wider, so taking that wide-legged child's pose. Sink the hips to the heels. Take the arms wide. Let the forehead drop to the ground. Let's slowly float the body up. Coming into tabletop. Maybe come a little bit to the center of the mat if you are far to the back, tucking the toes, coming into your downward facing dog. Let's pedal the heels, bend the knees, move the hips. Find your downward facing dog. Just breathing here. Float that right leg up to a three-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Draw the knee into the chest, stepping through for a low lunge. Grounding that left knee. Coming in for dragon. Check your alignment. Make sure the right knee stacks over the right ankle. Keep that left leg directly behind you. Maybe coming up onto the top of the left foot, lifting that left knee. Make sure no pressure in that left knee. Most of the weight is in that right foot, top of the left foot, and the hips are floating down towards the ground. Let the head hang, the chest drop to that thigh. Take any weight out of the arms so the whole upper body goes limp here. It's all about the hips now. So in your dragon pose, search for that edge. If not too much going on here, feel free to transition into lizard pose. But if you feel a lot going on, maybe in that right thigh or the left hip flexor, hold here and see maybe if the body will open up deeper. It's almost like you're trying to go into a split here, sliding that left leg back. Relax the shoulders, the arms, the face. Just breathe through any tension, resistance. Nice, deep, steady breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. Slowly start to release, coming out, heading towards a half split. Shifting the hips back, folding the body over that right leg, chest to thigh, forehead to knee. Begin to flex that right foot, square the hips. Just gently going deeper into that hamstring. Search for that edge, that point of resistance. And breathe. Exhale, release. Come back to dragon pose. Tuck the left toes, sweep that right leg up to the sky. Float it down. Pedal the heels, move the hips, bend the knees, shake it out, walk your dog. Switching legs, left leg to the sky. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Draw that left knee into the chest, step through for dragon pose on the left side. Left knee stacks over that left ankle. Resting on the top of the right foot. Start to slide that right leg back. Hips sinking closer to the ground. Take any weight out of the arms. Upper body goes limp here. If you did lizard on the other side, feel free to go right into lizard now. If you're feeling a lot of weight in that right knee, you can always put a blanket under the knee or pillow, extra cushioning. Just take that focus away from the knee, focusing on the hip flexor, the thighs, the hips. Let the weight of the upper body, like gravity, draw the hips to the ground. Just let go. Quiet the mind. Allow yourself to listen to the body. Slowly release. Begin to shift the hips back, coming into your half split. Folding over that left leg. Square the hips. Let the chest drop to the thigh, forehead to knee. Flex that left foot. Go deeper. Slowly release. Come back to dragon. Low lunge. Tuck the right toes. Left leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Exhale, float that left foot to meet the right. Pedal the heels, bend the knees, move the hips. And let's slowly float the knees down to the ground, coming into your child's pose. So third time in child's pose, maybe notice if each time you're feeling a little bit more open in the hips, the lower back, the shoulders, the upper back, the chest. Float the arms alongside the body, palms facing up. Coming into child's pose. Inhale, floating up, coming to seated. Let's take the legs out. So we're going to come into a forward fold here. Grounding the sits bones. Sitting up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back. Sometimes just sitting nice and tall with the legs extended is challenging enough. If this is really challenging, you can always lean up against the wall. And bending the knees as much as you need to get the hand-toe connection here. Start to let the heels travel forward, coming into a forward fold, folding over the legs, straightening the knees. Option to take a pillow under the chest, the top of the thighs. If that allows you to totally surrender. It's trying to go deeper here. Breathe. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, let the chest drop closer to the thighs. Slowly walk the hands up the legs. Taking the palms behind you, fingers facing the top of your mat. Point the toes. Coming into a reverse plank pose. On your next inhale, press the hips up to the sky. Let the toes drop towards the ground. Opening up the chest, the shoulders. Let the head drop back. Lift the hips up higher. Exhale, float the hips down. Come back to seated. Second set here, bending the knees, reach for the toes. Coming into that forward fold again. Slide the feet forward. Let the chest drop. Keep searching for that edge. When you find the edge, that point where maybe you feel resistance, discomfort, hold there and just breathe. Use that breath as a tool to go deeper. Slowly release, walk the hands up the legs. Take the palms behind you this time, coming into a reverse tabletop, bending the knees, take the feet hips width apart. When you're ready, on your next inhale, lift the hips up to the sky. Make sure the knees don't flare out, keeping the knees stacked over the ankles, lift the hips up. Lifting the hips up higher, opening the chest, the shoulders. Let the head drop back. Exhale, slowly release. And then coming to straddle, opening up to the side of your mat. Grounding the sits bones. So taking the legs wide, flexing the feet, pointing the toes a couple of times here. Maybe flex the feet. And just grounding here. Inhale the arms up. Exhale. Taking the palms center, start to walk the hands out, or taking the palms onto the legs, coming in for a dragonfly, starting to walk the hands, lowering the chest down towards the ground. Take your time walking into this pose. Full expression of dragon. Fly, taking the hands to the feet, flexing the feet, nice flat back. Let the chest drop. No judgment, no expectations in yoga. Just take the poses to that edge. Slowly start to release out of the pose, walking the hands back up to center, coming back onto the sits bones. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, float that left arm overhead, just coming into a gentle side stretch. Open the chest to the sky. Inhale, float it over to the left, right arm floats overhead. Remember, make it feel good. Opening up the chest. Exhale, come back to center. Float that right leg. Bring the legs back out in front. Bend the knees. Let's reach our arms out, palms facing the sky. Taking all the gifts in that your practice gives to you. Exhale, roll through the spine onto the back. Let's come into, take the knees into the chest. Take hands to opposite elbows, forehead to knee. Hug the knees in nice and close. Coming into a little ball here. Release the shoulders ahead. Float the feet down to the ground. Let's extend that right leg up to the sky. Cross the right ankle over the left knee, creating that figure four. Just pressing that knee away. Take the hand behind the left thigh, creating that figure four. Draw that left leg in while pushing that right knee away. Exhale, float the left foot down, release the hands. Take the arms out in T. Flex the right foot, keeping the ankle crossed over the left knee, and then float that right foot down to the ground. So you're floating over to the left side, taking a twist, gazing over to the right. Continue to push that right knee away. So getting a little deeper into the hips here. Float back up to center. And then just float it over to the other side. Drop the right knees or the knees down to the right side. Coming into a supine spinal twist, gaze over to the left. Inhale up. Float that right leg up to the sky. Left leg floats up. Exhale, float that right foot down. Cross the ankle. Left ankle crosses over the right knee. Take the hands behind that right thigh. Extend the right leg up to the sky, creating that figure four with the legs. So this really is similar stretch to our pigeon pose. Press that left knee away. Draw the legs closer to the chest. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, float that right foot back down to the ground. Release the hands. Take the arms out in T. Flex the left foot, keeping that left ankle crossed over the right knee. Start to let that left foot drop down to the ground. Coming into a twist. Gaze over to the left. Maybe take that right hand, push that left knee open. Inhale, float back up. Keep floating, the knees over to the left. Take the twist, gaze over to the right. Feel that twist. Hips opening. Inhale up. Come back to center. Extend that left leg up to the sky. Right leg up. Gonna float right into Shavasana. So maybe take the palms underneath the hips, supporting the lower back. Float the legs down. Let them hover before they come down to the ground. If it feels good, maybe float them up again. Engaging the core. Exhale, float them down, hover. Really point through the toes, lengthening. Inhale up. Exhale, this time nice and slow, floating all the way down into Shavasana, our final pose. Widen the legs, open the arms, palms to the sky, let the feet fall to the sides. Coming back to the natural breath. Back to the present moment, finding stillness in the body and mind. Feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like, gaining all the wonderful benefits it provides. If you'd like to join me in making your way out of Shavasana, start to bring some movement into the fingers, the toes, the hands, the feet. Inhaling the arms up overhead. Bending the knees. Slowly floating onto the right side, coming into fetal position, taking some nice deep breaths there. Slowly start to make your way back to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. Grounding the sits bones. The root chakra. The center. Lengthening through the spine. Crown to the sky. Closing out our practice with some cleansing breaths. 3 cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the mouth. Inhale, exhale. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Let it go. Inhale. And exhale. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank yourselves for starting your day in a positive and healthy way. May you continue to make positive and healthy decisions throughout your day and the days ahead, always being kind and good to yourself. May there be peace in your heart, peace in your words, and peace in your mind. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed your journey today. If you would like to see new classes, please remember to subscribe, like, visit our website at kavelalife.com, become a member on our Patreon account. By becoming a member, it allows us to create new classes. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Kavela Life. Thank you so much. Namaste.